stand up. Stand up comedy. Good. So this happened to me today. I was driving up to an intersection, red light came on, and a blind woman with a cane walked across the street in front of me. I wanted to make a right turn, but I also wanted to make sure that she got across the street safely. Whenever the walk sign flashed, this woman turned around. We made eye contact. She pointed across the street, picked up her cane, and ran the hell across the street. As soon as I went into my right turn, I yelled out, "Fake bitch!" And man, those kindergarten kids were really confused. Yeah. You guys heard about fidget spinners? You guys know about fidget spinners? Need them to concentrate? I have a younger brother who's in college, and he uses them to basically get through his tests, make sure that he's able to concentrate. I really didn't know too much about them until I did a little bit of research, and I found out the fidget spinners are so big that they're sponsoring their own music tour. And because of that, they've inspired their own rap group. So check them out whenever they come to Pittsburgh. Fidget spinner tour, opening rap group called NWADHD. Yeah. Seems like a cool crowd. Have you guys seen Black Panther? You guys seen Black Panther? All right. I really liked the movie, but I had a different movie-going experience because the theater that I was in, there was a group of white people that came in late, and they smelled like weed. And they sat in front of me, and they were on their phones throughout a good portion of the movie, and then they were talking to the screen. So I had to make an executive decision. I had to make the decision I thought was best for the rest of us that wanted to see the movie. I got the ushers. And the ushers came up, saw them in front of me, and escorted them out. And guys, that felt so good! Oh my God! That felt so good! You don't realize the power that I had in that movie theater at that time. As soon as they left, the whole crowd stood up, they applauded for me, we did the Wakanda sign. Guys, that night I became the Fat Panther. I like Black Panther so much, I got the whole outfit motif that he had. But I like it so much, guys, I changed my dating profile info. Changed it around to T'Challa in the streets. M'Baku in the sheets. And I still haven't had any matches. You guys into serial killers? You guys into serial killers? Okay. You guys heard about this guy named Jeff Dahmer? This guy named Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer, Wisconsin's finest. Well, I like to do a little research on the serial killers that I like, and I found out that he was really into music at the time. This before he got caught. He was actively trying to submit stuff to one of his favorite artists. One of his favorite artists happened to be MC Hammer. And this is right after MC Hammer came out with his first album, of course, being Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. He liked the music, and they were actually going to collaborate on some stuff. So before Snow, before Eminem, before anything else, they were actually going to come out with an album. It was going to be called Please Dahmer, Don't Hurt Him. No, that's what I was aiming for. Yeah. You guys like Drake? You guys like Drake? Heard about his music? You guys heard his new song, God's Plan? God's Plan? Yeah. Well, I think Drake owes me some money. I think he owes me some money because whenever I had money, I took a nice girl out to the Cheesecake Factory, and I was conversing with her at a table, and I didn't know behind me, but Drake was there also. And I said some lines to her, and I could hear him, I think, over my shoulder, typing some stuff in on his phone. So I was the one that said, "I only love my bed and my mama, I'm sorry." That was me telling my date I have narcolepsy and an Oedipus complex. I'm happy now. I'm at the age now where I can really enjoy spending time with my grandfather. We're separated by about 50 years. He's in like his early 70s. But we get a chance to bond over some stuff that I never really thought we'd bond over. We bond over our mutual love of trap rap and mumble rap and trap music. Because he's got this Alexa system. You guys heard about this Alexa system where you just say it and it plays songs? Yeah. That's all he listens to. And I was having dinner with him last Sunday, and my grandmother was in the kitchen making an Italian dish, one of my favorite dishes. And all of a sudden, he, out of nowhere, we were just having a nice conversation. He just pulled me aside and said, "Hey, Brandon, you know what I really love about your grandmother? The way she likes to bend over and pop it wide open for a real player." I said, "God damn, Grandpa, what the hell kind of stuff is that? I'm just here thinking about dinner, and now I can't get out of my mind my grandmother outside on top of your Cadillac twerking." I asked my grandmother afterwards, I was like, "Grandma, is something okay with Grandpa? Is he, like everything else there?" And subtly, she said something even more savage than him. I asked her, I was like, "Grandma, is he okay?" She said, "Hey, Brandon, calm down. Your grandfather's going through some things. His best friend passed away last week. And to kind of cheer him up, we took him to his favorite restaurant, Red Lobster. But they bought out his food, and it was cold. They bought out the Cheddar Bay biscuits, and they were cold. That pushed him to the edge, and all his friends are dead." That pushed him to the edge, and all his friends are dead. So, Grandma, are you quoting Lil Uzi Vert to me? I can't even take you seriously. I just made a plate and walked out. Because as we all know, real G's move in silence with lasagna. Yeah, that's been my time. Guys, if you enjoyed me, I'll be back here at Spirit Lounge. Thank you. For the roast of Selecta, please come back out for that. Please enjoy the rest of the music acts. I'll bring your host back up. God bless you all. Have a good night.